Hi everyone, it's your girl Jody here for the UberUrban.com. We're here with R&B sensation, the beautiful Miss Marsha Ambrosius.
Hi,
Marsha.
how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Can't complain.
Alright, for this segment of the show, we want to just break down a couple of your videos because I'm just so intrigued with the concepts and everything behind them. And I really believe that every one of your videos really have a story and a deeper meaning.
Most definitely.
So it's can you just give us a backdrop?
Let's go through all of them. Well, Far Away. That video stemmed from a concept that myself and my manager came up with. First of all, me and my manager, J. Irving III, shout out to Julius Irving. He's directed all of the videos and we've come up with all of the concepts. So with Far Away, at the time, I'd gone through that situation with a friend of mine who had attempted suicide based on that subject. And in the news, it was very, so many stories that came and went regarding that subject. I'm like, why is no one seeing this as a real issue? And I was like, well, if I have a voice, why not use it? So I used what became my platform to highlight that. And I did it in such a way that was very bold, hadn't been seen before, but was very commonplace for so many people that are fans of my music. I've been around and seen that situation. So with Late Nights and Early Mornings video, I make a lot of sex music. Not way too much, but it's all I do. I live for it. So I wanted to add the element of protection to that type of music. You can't just be out here smashing anything.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, let me protect your heart, but protect yourself while having intimate relationships with people.
Who created the creative concept of putting the negatives and the positive signs above the?
Oh, I definitely came up with that. That was I wanted that to be consistent with. I guess people thought it as a compatibility type thing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, if it's plus, that means they're meant for each other. It's negative, and maybe she don't like him. And when it got to the end of the video, it was, like the ta-da moment. But for me, it was completely obvious from the beginning through the end, where I'm in my loving relationship with the ever so fine George Wilson and the other couple who looked like, okay, they've been on a few dates, they met, and it just, you could tell the difference. So by the time it got to the end of the video, the look on the other girl's face, other than it possibly not being great sex at all, she was then left with
that package.
A whole package and a whole lot of baggage to then deal with that after that point. So yeah, that was definitely a cool video to get to do. With the viral video that I did for F and Get It Over With, I'll give you the parental advisory version. But with that, being in this industry for over 13 years now, and rumors and how people attack sensuality or sexuality and how it affects different people. I've never been affected by such things because I'm so sure in who I am. It's never been something that I've shied away from. So I was like, well, would it make a difference if I was with a girl? Let's see. So I did a whole video, and by the time it gets to the end and everyone's expecting me to have this whole, moment with another woman, I never show that part. But the assumptions and everything that runs away with me, just taking her hand and leading her away.
Just gave everyone a perception that you were going to engage in something with her.
Didn't show it, because if it was a viral video, I may as well just I should have just kissed her in the mouth. I didn't. So I let the world run away with that, because why wouldn't I? That's why I didn't. So that was that video. And then with the first single from the new album, Friends and Lovers, the single Cold War.
Yeah.
Thank goodness we got Michael Williams and Felicia from The Wire. Well, I say from The Wire. This is chalky, World Empire, just impeccable actors. I'm not an actress by no means, but I was put, in that situation to. Thank you. Deezy, we were all in this video. I really wanted to highlight the extremities that you go to and go through in love. What would you really do for the person that you cared about? And in the video, I really wanted to depict the type of woman that it wasn't about the love that she was saving, it was the life. And when you're in a relationship, you don't really know, if you're in a relationship just to be in a relationship and you don't know the person that you're with, you don't know where they came from, you don't know their background. So that whole going to cup something or put it in the Chanel bag, that could have been a whole life prior to them living the lavish lifestyle or whatever. But I really wanted to highlight that point because people are just out here. They don't
know who
protect
they're getting
themselves.
involved.
You just get involved
exactly.
and take it from there. So Cold War, it's Cold War in love, and that's how these concepts came about.
Thank you for clarifying that for me, because I was kind of confused by the ending of that video.
It never ends. That's the thing. And in every video I've done, you don't know where it went. You don't know what happened to the chick that ended up with the plus sign. You don't know what happened with me and my dude. You don't know what happened with the other guy in Far Away that, you know, had to lose the love of his life. So that's how my music is. It's a continuation of and an extension of people's real lives. So when I do another album, there's a part 2 to Far Away, or there's a part 2 to With You, or Late Nights and Early Mornings, and you're like, that's the same relationship. Like, I could be talking about the same guy. So I kind of still want to keep a through line and to be continued.